episode of my solo Vault Hunter series. In the last episode, we built this whole framework for the house. We ran a couple more vaults. We got a bunch of things crafted. We got a bounty table down here, and I crafted a black market off screen. And just to quickly go over what the black market's for, it's just used with your soul shards you collect from in the vault to buy random things that reset every so often in real world time. This is not Minecraft time. And so, actually, no, I'm not going to get that, it's not worth, but. So, objectives for today, I'm going to finish off the first floor, get a roof over me going, and then obviously run some more vaults, get more loot, and then hopefully finish the bounty so I can start crafting up more of these stations. But if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like, think about subscribing if you like the content, and what we're going to do first is I think I'm going to go ahead and get another vault crystal going. So we need 14 copper, 1 rabbit hide, deep slate, and kelp. And so all that's pretty easy. I have kelp right there. I will have to run and try and find some rabbits, and so I will cut back to when I found some rabbit hide, and also since I have to go get it anyways, I'm going to go get enough to craft the coin pouch. And so yeah, I will be right back. Alright guys, after a long amount of time spent away from home, traveling a good chunk of the map, I think it was like 2,000 blocks away, we're now back. We found quite a good amount of different stuff, mined up a whole bunch of blackstone, got some more spruce woods, and got a whole bunch of emeralds. But the most important thing is we did manage to find a rabbit hide. Only one. I would have liked to found more, but with that we can now finish this crystal. Bada bing, bada boom. And before we go run this vault, I'm just gonna sort and organize my inventory. We'll do a vault run, and then afterwards I'm gonna do a quick time lapse of me just building up the house. And I'll be right back. Alright, we are now back. We got everything put away and organized, and also with trading with some villagers while I was out, we were able to get the emeralds to craft up the vault enchanter, which I just placed down over here. And also while we were out, I used those jars to then go get 32 sheeps and 20 chickens. And so as it works is you can just attack and boom, we get the stuff from killing them, which I'm going to go actually put those away real quick. But yeah, and then you can also just right click with whatever food source they need in order to get the food. But yeah, so we have the vault enchanter put down, so I'm going to go ahead and just claim that, which gives us more emeralds and some bottles of experience. And what I'm going to do is put looting on breaking, efficiency, fortune, and unbreaking on our sickle, and then also efficiency, fortune, and unbreaking on there. And then for our gear, the only things that have really specific stuff I want is for this, just get aqua infinity, respiration, and unbreaking. Cool. And then for this, feather falling is really nice, and then unbreaking. And we still have basically 10 emeralds left for enchanting because it's 5 per enchant. So with that, we have our gear enchanted, which is really nice. Go store you guys away. And with that, let's go ahead and get into this first vault. And again, our current bounty is kill 12 dwellers, which the last one only got 4. So if we can manage to find 8 in here, that would be awesome. let's get going. Alright, we are now in our first vault of the day. Oh. Sorry about that. We're now in our first vault of the day, and now that we are level 11, we have access to new vaults, which this one being a brazier. And so brazier vaults, there will be little pillage altars that will give bonus effects, both positive and negative, and in order to beat this vault, we have to click at least 3 braziers, and then it's unlike the elixir vault where you click on a lodestone to get out. We have to manually exit this vault, so we're going to want to make sure we pay attention to where we are on the map and just exactly what we've done so far. But without further ado, I'll claim this actually. I didn't even realize that, but it just all goes into my shard pouch, so it doesn't matter much. But yeah, without further ado, let's go do this vault. So I ended up deciding we are going to take this just because I like the item quantity, so it just means we're going to have to be careful because, again, mobs can now spawn basically invulnerable to any attacks I try and do. So we're just going to keep going and keep trying to find more braziers, more loot, just overall good stuff. Awesome. So now I don't have to worry about him, and we can loot peacefully. And so we just picked up another brazier, which adds grievous wounds and richer ore. So we're really getting some decent stuff here now. So I think that may have actually been below me. Oh, we got another ethereal. Oh boy. All right. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh boy. Starting to regret that a little bit, but it's fine. We'll work with it. I had a feeling there was one hiding somewhere. Alright. Mm, 10% max health less, but another bonus to quantity. So now we can pillage, so if we click on more, we'll get some bonus loot if we click on other pillagers, but they will have negative effects, such as shortened or ethereal. You can get double of them, I'm pretty sure, and it just increases the likelihood. Awesome. Alright. Man, I heard that, so there's a secret room down here, which has given us some living chests. Tried to jump scare me, little fucker. Alright, so now we're gonna get our first pillage opportunity, so 1 minute less in the vault, but I'm going to show you guys just what it can drop. And so just like that, we got an Omega shield. Wow, that's freaking awesome. Let's go. I don't normally like taking the shortened ones just because less time to loot means less stuff you get in the vault, obviously, but that was definitely a good one to roll on. So we're just gonna keep going, keep exploring down here, seeing if we can get some better gear as well. And with just under a minute to spare, let us get out. 20,000 XP, not too bad. And we got our Brazier complete quest. Unfortunately, we couldn't get 2 more dwellers to spawn, but that means in the next one we will finish. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead, likely sleep, and then also unloot everything, and then I will roll the better gear back on camera. Alright, we're back after unlooting everything. We got a whole bunch of knowledge essence, which I actually think we just might be able to craft our very first knowledge star. So let me... Bing, bang. And just like that, we got our first knowledge star, which completes the quest, which we get a mod box. So let me just, boom, got that. And so the first mod we're going to unlock is the stack upgrade, which, pretty sure I explained it before, but so what we're going to be able to do now is if we go stack upgrades, base one's fine, boom, and so using these crafting ingredients we will be able to create the stack upgrades, the different tiers, which that's going to require a lot of chromatic iron, which we don't have at the moment, but it'll just multiply how much each of these can hold by 2, and then I think by 4, and then 8, and then the last one's 16, so it just multiplies. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Actually, if we roll this real quick, we get just a knowledge shard, and let's just... Okay, so it's just going to give us knowledge shard. It's not going to actually give it to us for free, unfortunately. Go ahead, put this stuff away for now. We'll make sure this magnet's off. Oh my gosh. Another Omega loot. Is that a Omega sword? Or is it a wand? It's a wand. That's unfortunate, but anyways, let's go ahead and roll all these. These two I likely won't be keeping, but oh my gosh. That's crazy. So we got a legendary roll on an Omega. That's awesome. That's pretty sick. So I actually am going to take that over the living vault. So let's get another vault crystal going. 6 netherrack, 17 flesh, 3 coal, 7 potatoes. So that actually should be really quick and easy because I'm pretty sure I have some netherrack from the overworld. So I'll be right back when this is done. And we're back. I've just ran off and found some netherrack because I found out I did not actually have any in my chest, so I just ran over that way quickly and gathered some because of a overworld portal spawn. But anyways, yes, we're going to get this crafted up. And then we'll go place it in the actual portal itself. But before we do another run, let's actually check what's in here. What level's my helmet? Mine's the Omega helmet, so we actually don't need that. But before I go and do that vault, I went out, gathered a whole bunch of materials, and what I'm going to try and do is just quickly finish off building our house. And so yeah, they'll cut back to when I'm hopefully done. Okay guys, we are back. I got a lot of it done. I got the whole inside covered up completely. The only thing left to finish is the roof because I ran out of black stone. But I wanted to take a break from this, and so what we're going to do is actually go ahead and run that vault we created. Now, again, oh, wrong button. Here we go. So, we need to finish our bounty, which will then give us the necessary ingredient, otherwise the netherite ingot, to create these few more crafting stations. So that is our goal for this vault. So regretting is now done with gold, so let's just go ahead and claim that. Awesome. And 2 more dwellers. Cool. Let's get right in.
Welcome to G-Core World.
Alright guys, we are in the vault. It is another elixir vault, which has more coin piles. Awesome. Oh. Just getting some stutters, that's alright. Anyways, let's go right on in. And just like that guys, we have completed the bounty, and so now when we exit this vault, we will be able to claim that bounty and get our netherite ingots, so that's awesome. It's what we've been trying to do for a while now, so glad we got that done nice and early, so now I can just loot without having to worry about trying to complete that objective. Alright. Here we are. Awesome. So let's go ahead. Love secret rooms because they give lots of loot. This one's probably going to give me a crap ton of money, which is perfect. More jewel pouches, so that's nice. And then how's our thing here looking? Not too shabby. Alright, let's keep going. More coins. Yay. Hello, zombies. Easy peasy. Off to the next room. we're really on the lookout for is we want to get more knowledge shards, but then we also want to get some chromatic iron if we're able to find it. But I don't think it's possible for this specific type of room, or vault I should say, but that is what we're on the look for right now. But of course we want to finish the objective. A lot of coins this vault, which I will take. More money's always good. And so far so good, we're clearing it out pretty efficiently. Crit hits make my life easy, so... That champion died really quick and easy. I love this axe. I think there's a guy coming to hit me. Yes. Hello, tank. There we go. What did we get from him? So we got a rare, a common helmet. It's still likely not going to be better than ours, but that's alright. Speedrun this real quick. Boing! Vault completed. I think this is going to be quite high in terms of just how much experience. I think probably close to 25,000 if I had to guess. But yeah, very good run. Got a whole bunch of loot. $33,000. That is a lot more than I was expecting. Also, we finally completed our bounty, so let's go ahead and claim that real quick. Next, I want to... oh crap, we should have actually kept some more of that, but I want to do this next just so we can get that elytra, which would have made the early half of this video 10 times easier, but that's alright. It is nighttime, so I'm going to go to sleep. And boom, awesome. Alright, so I will be right back with the overhaul of everything we got. Alright, so that is both my pouch and my shulker box emptied. As you can see, we got a whole bunch of gems, knowledge shards, a whole crap ton of money, so let's just go ahead and put that away real quick. Throw all these guys in here. I think the bombing knight is used for Pog. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and put that in here with the other Pog crystals. Awesome. Got our first living chest scroll, which if you wanted to, you can put these in the center when you're crafting a chest, and it will craft a lookalike for those chests. But yeah, so let's go ahead, condense all that. There we go. 47. So we got 6 more gold from that run. Awesome. I also just like stacking the coins up because it looks cooler. And let's go ahead and open both of these. So we get 1.2 item rarity or 1.3 item quantity. I like the rarity a little bit better. And we got another rarity. Let's go. So we still have 65 space on this. So let's go ahead and just add both of those rarities to it. So now it will have 2.6 extra item rarity. Awesome. And now we can put both of these down. Bang, bang. Awesome. So let's go ahead and claim all this. And so let's just go ahead and quickly roll all the new stuff we can. Fortunately, we didn't get any better gear out of that vault, but that's alright. Most importantly, we now have our netherite ingot, so that's awesome. So what I'm going to do, actually before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and spec some more skills in. So I'm going to max strength real quick, and then I think I'm going to go... You know what, we're going to try Fireball out. I haven't spec'd into those very much, but I want to try it out this run. But yeah. And so now we have one more expertise, and so we're going to take Bounty Hunter, which now, since we have all three, we can take another one if we want. So, I don't mind the chromatic steel, but I definitely think we can go for something a little bit better. Wow. So that is a lot of netherite ingot for one vault diamond, so I am going to take that as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and just get crafting up as much of the vault stations as we can, and I'm going to claim this real quick, and then I will be back and show off everything, and then claim all of these that I've finished. You frickin' asshole. Alright, so we got a good amount of the stations crafted. We got the crafting jewel station unlocked, so we'll claim that. We got the forge unlocked, vault forge unlocked, which will allow us to just create some stuff. I'm just going to go through and claim everything real quick. We got the scrapper crafted, or the vault recycler if you want. So that's all awesome. And so now what we're going to go, oh, we also got the identification stand, which as it sounds, so we have 4 scrap possibly, and so if we just right click on that, it reveals everything that we just got. So let's check them out. So we got 6 armor, some effect avoidance and whatnot, cool, so we're gonna change those out. The helmet, still not quite better than the one we have, so that stays, and that's not better than what we have. And so now also what I got crafted is the vault recycler, and so what we're gonna do is all scrappy tier items and lower, or well, there's nothing lower than scrappy, but what we're gonna do is just throw that in there, and it turns it into vault scrap. It also gives the chance to give us, hold on, let me just go ahead. So I'm going to throw these in here, and then what I'm going to do is take everything scrappy and lower, or any swords that we're not going to keep in the long run. So that's not that great, that also not great. Keep one of each of those for now. Scrap all of the scrappy tier. Okay, so now let's just go ahead, and the jewel crafting station takes all this silver scrap, and what it can do is you then can now craft a whole bunch of these different selected gems, or jewels I should say, which give different bonuses. But then you can also, let's just try it out real quick, it's just craft something random, and bam, we got vanilla immortality. Now obviously we're not going to put that on just quite yet. In the future it becomes more nice, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just scrap all this, movie magic back to when it's all done. And now we're back, and after scrapping everything down, we got a total of 7 netherite scrap and a whole bunch of vault scrap. Now what vault scrap can be used is to eventually turn it into vault alloy. Vault alloy is used in here, and with gold you can craft different tiers of items. Now you'll notice that all of this stuff, if I looked here, my durability is low, proficiency is apprentice, and my rarity pool is just common plus. However, if I go ahead and put some vault scrap in, add proficiency. You'll see that this went higher, and now my proficiency is master. And so, my durability will be excellent, crafting potential is 100%, and my rarity pool will be rare plus. So what's our lowest tier stuff? Honestly, actually wait, the quests ask me to craft a magnet, doesn't it? Yes. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and just craft a magnet. And just like that, you can see we got an infinitely better magnet just because it gives us a lot more mining speed, and then the pickup range is about, it's like 0.1 less actually, but that's okay. Better pull speed and better item quantity. So let's go ahead and just swap that out real quick, and what I can do is wait, hold on. Okay, so since this magnet is soul bound, it means if I die in the vault, I will keep it, and so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and scrap that. And for the next video, I'd actually like you guys comment what do you think I should craft in here first. So the options are helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots, a new axe, sword, or shield. I'm not going to be crafting a focus or a wand, so if you put that in there, I will just ignore it. But yeah, and so let's go ahead and claim that real quick. It gives us some more vault alloy, awesome. And so the next one is the artisan station, which we didn't have crafted just yet. Just cutting in real quick, before I actually ran out to go get anything, I realized it'd be 10 times easier if we just completed our bounty quest to get the elytra, so I only needed to put 14 more in, so let's go ahead and do that. Now we can claim it. Let's go ahead. Boom. So now we have an elytra, which is awesome. And the thing that's nice with the elytra and dash is now, instead of needing a firework to launch myself, I can just use my dash, so that's really cool. I also went ahead and crafted a whole bunch of chipped jewels, and so what I'm going to do is come in here, I'm going to add the item quantity and a little bit of reach just to this, not much going on here. So now our thing's going to have 2.6 item quantity and 2.6 item rarity, which is nice. And then for our chromatic iron pick, I'm going to add all these vanilla immortality ones, and I'm also going to go ahead and add some mining speed, so now our pick won't break as quickly. But yeah, so now that we have the elytra, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly put these away. Nice and dandy. Don't think that, yeah, I didn't finish anything, but that's alright. And so now I have to, oh boy, auto. Alright, so now we just have to run over to here real quick. Rather than running, I can just boom, and now we are flying. And so I will cut back to when I'm home and then finish crafting up the house. Alright, we're back home now with all of the blackstone we should ever need, and so let's go ahead and just get this finished. Hey guys, we're back. I was in the middle of editing, and unfortunately the video file of me finishing off the house got corrupted, so I wasn't able to show it completely as I was doing it. But anyways, I just wanted to give a quick tour of the house now that we've got the whole roof finished, we've got everything inside done, so let's just go right on in, show it off. So, got the inside done. I like this little bit of an open frame concept in the inside. It looks really nice. We got a nice little roof going on here over all of the different stations we got crafted this episode. We got some objectives done, which was very nice, which gave us the elytra and then also allowed us to finish some of these. Came over here. I don't have this built up just yet. I'll finish it in the next episode, but if we come over here and go on up our ladders, We've got the whole roof done and closed in. Looks nice. I've got some different fences as just kind of windows, and then we got a tiny little balcony here, which just gives it some, nice little design. But yeah, we'll go take a look at it from outside. Bada bing, bada boom. Actually, you know what? Let's go on, throw on our elytra, fly up, and then you guys can kind of see the house from just the world point of view. So, boom. That's the whole outside. Slow fly around. Bam. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing if you want to see more. And of course, I will see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.